You ready? Okay. All right, it is Tuesday, May 26, 2026, and I call this business meeting of the Elizabeth School District to order at 6 p.m. Can I get a roll call?
Director Callahan.
Here.
Director Fletcher.
Here.
Director Hunt.
Here.
Director Olson.
Here.
And Director Powell is absent.
Okay. All right, let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Director Olson, may I have the floor?
Yes.
I, for personal reasons, am resigning from the school board tonight, effective immediately. It was great working with all of you. I wish you guys the best of luck going forward. But I will be leaving the meeting now.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I move that the board approve the business meeting agenda for May 26, 2026 as presented. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, can I get a roll call?
Director Fletcher.
Aye.
Director Hunt.
Aye.
Director Olson.
Aye. I keep waiting for no.
I know. I did.
All right.
Short tonight.
I move that the board approve the minutes from the Board of Education special meetings on May 12th, 2026 and May 21st, 2026. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion on those? Okay. Can I get a roll call?
Director Fletcher.
Aye.
Director Hunt.
Aye.
Director Olson.
Aye. All right. So we have some recognitions tonight, and first up is District of Lifesavers Achievement, and also student recognition. Always love those.
Hold it down for a second.
When you see numbers, it's good.
There you go.
Okay.
Sure.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting us here tonight. My name's Jody. I am the Vice President of School Engagement for the American Heart Association in Colorado and Wyoming. And I just wanted to recognize the district first and foremost. Superintendent Snowberger, back in, I think, August, we put out a call to all the districts in our region, and you were one of about 30 that took us up on going for the District of Lifesavers initiative, which really stemmed from a grassroots movement of superintendents that said we really want to build healthier and safer communities. And with that, the District of Lifesavers challenge was that every school in the district would host a Kids Heart Challenge or American Heart Challenge event, and that you would have a cardiac emergency response plan in place for the district. And that's a really big accomplishment for the district. And we had about 30 accept the challenge, and you all are going to be the first one in Colorado to achieve it. So Ashley Keith has done an amazing job working towards this. And through that, Morgan, we found Morgan, who was able to share her story with us. So I wanted to first recognize Morgan this evening. So Morgan, on behalf of the American Heart Association, we want to congratulate you on being a top student fundraiser in Colorado for the American Heart Association through Kids Heart Challenge at Running Creek Elementary School for the 25-26 school year. The American Heart Association is incredibly grateful for your dedication and generosity and the incredible bravery you showed in sharing your own heart hero story. By raising $1,257.42, you are helping fund life-saving research, advance medical care, and provide education that improves and saves lives for those affected by heart disease and stroke. Your efforts are also inspiring others to build healthier habits, creating a lasting impact in your community. Kids Heart Challenge is more than fundraising. It's about learning how to take care of your heart while making a difference for others. You embraced that challenge and truly stood out, showing leadership, compassion, and commitment to helping people live longer, healthier lives. Your actions also inspired others around you to join in and be a part in the fight against heart disease. Reaching this milestone means that you are the 25th highest fundraising student out of 13,986 students who participated in this effort in schools across Colorado. So we also want to say a heartfelt thank you to Principal Hoffer, Ashley Keith, and Madison Wages for bringing this program to life for the Running Creek community and Elizabeth School District and inspiring the next generation of lifesavers. So Morgan, thank you for putting your heart into this mission. We are so proud of you and all that you have accomplished. If we could share in recognizing Morgan for this amazing accomplishment. And we have a Heart of Gold certificate of appreciation for you. So thank you so much, and thank you to all of you for your support and dedication in building longer, healthier lives.
Thank you.
And I must say thank you because it's a cause near and dear to my heart because my mom has suffered from heart issues as long as I can remember. So thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good job, Morgan.
What?
Do you want to just stand up
Good
together
job.
with your award? I don't know if we want to get one with the board or not.
Do you want to do the whole board or?
Yeah.
Mr. Hoffer is here.
Yeah, like for maybe all of you to get around.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Whichever way you're going.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Next up, we have a certificate of appreciation for one of our teachers who is leaving us this year, Adam. And it says, in profound gratitude for your years of exceptional dedication, inspiring leadership, and unwavering commitment to the student, staff, and community of Elizabeth School District. Beyond your incredible impact in the classroom, we recognize and honor your invaluable contributions to our school culture through your tireless service on many committees. I've been on, been on one with you. And you leave behind a legacy of excellence that will shape our school for the future. So thank you. We wish you all the best. All the best in your ventures.
And we'll have cookies.
I'm trying not to break them.
Thank you.
No more cookies for us. Back to Safeway cookies.
They're very good cookies.
Both. It's a combo deal. Thank you. Take
Thanks,
care.
Adam.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up we have board member reports.
Yep.
Kick it off.
I'll start. Just wanted to say I had the opportunity to attend the Elizabeth High School's graduation this past Saturday, and it was a really special event since this is my first time serving on the board. It was my first time to attend that as a school board member, and I just thought it was really inspiring just to see not only the excitement of the kids, but like the opportunity that they represent. Like, I think they're going to make a difference in the world, and I'm not their mom, but I'm so proud of them. yeah, it was special to listen to each one of them speak, the ones that had the opportunity to speak, and even the ones that walked through. I got some really good handshakes from
Yeah.
every single kid out there.
Some really firm handshakes.
There are a few of those boys have very, very firm handshakes. However, you know, and then just to look up to the stands and to see so many families that were just so proud of their children. That's what it's all about. And so I just wanted to take a minute to say that was a special opportunity to celebrate with families and students, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do that again.
It was nice. It was quite the fan club. There were some of them that I congratulated them on graduating and also the fan club.
The number of cheers that they got,
And
or how much louder it got.
Yeah, and our talented choir and
Yeah.
the band. It was just such a great experience.
Yeah.
Always enjoyed that.
It's been a wild week. In case anybody's curious, my wife is out of the hospital, so I haven't really done much. I will say though that Morgan outraised. I was in marching band. I was in middle school band. I never raised that much money, probably in all the fundraisers I did combined. That's truly amazing.
Yeah.
So
All right. That was my big thing as well, graduation. So that was a lot of fun. All right,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, graduation, of course, was a highlight for all of us, and all of the end of the year ceremonies, the fifth grade promotion ceremony, the kindergarten promotion ceremonies. It was just so exciting to see students cross that milestone. And I'm announcing a crossing of a milestone a little sooner than I had planned, but really have done a lot of thinking. I had the opportunity of attending the interview of the sole finalist to become the superintendent in Elizabeth last Thursday, and I left that meeting with a lot of pride and a lot of excitement for where the district is going and what Mr. Knight can do here in this district. And I have decided that I am going to go ahead and retire at the end of this month. So I will be parting in the district and moving on to future challenges and excitement. But I just want to thank everyone for their support and the work that you've done in the district. It's been 3.5 exciting years for me, and certainly 3.5 years that I will treasure for a long time. That being said, I also want to introduce Michelle Boot, who is our new Director of Human Resources. I don't know that everyone's had the chance to meet her, but she happens to be in the audience, so it's a great chance for me to introduce. And of course, Mr. Hofer, who's been our interim principal at Running Creek. Really appreciate your being here tonight, Kevin. Thank you. I think that's it.
Okay, so next up we have public comment. Any sheets? No? Okay, next on the agenda is the consent agenda. So I move that the board approve consent items 9.1 through 9.3 as presented.
Second.
Okay, can I get a roll call?
Director Fletcher,
aye.
Director Hunt,
Aye.
Director Olson.
Aye. And we don't have much as far as action items tonight, but they are substantial, so let's go ahead and kick it off with our 26-27 proposed budget.
So we have posted our 26-27 proposed budget. It is a draft, meaning we are continuing to process through it. I have also taken on the role of CFO over the last 4 weeks and have been really crunching our budget, looking at our expenditures, looking at our revenues. And I will just say that I am concerned at our fund balance at the end of the year. So as we continue to work through this budgeting process, I just want to be transparent that that is a concern that we will be working. Mr. Knight's already started his work with next year's budget, since it is one that he will own, and looking at any opportunities we can find for cost savings. This budget does represent basically a steady enrollment, and that's most likely, or more than likely, because of the fact that we do have a charter school opening. So the fact that we have a charter school opening and we'll be attracting some new students. We have been in a declining enrollment situation the last couple of years. This budget also continues to fund our athletic program at about $500,000, and restores our capital improvement fund. And next year, all of our capital dollars collected for improvement fees and cash in lieu fees will go into our Fund 43, which is our capital improvement fund that allow the district to continue to improve upon its facilities. Most of the salaries are representative of either where schools might be losing enrollment and shrinking, as well as some streamlining. We have added in this budget math interventionists, and one of the things we committed to do was to try to find equal number of cuts so that we're not just adding staff, but that we're also keeping staff consistent. As Mr. Knight has said, you know, keeping the main thing. Reading and math are critical functions for us here in the district, and so we are continuing to look at prioritizing that staffing while we continue to look for opportunities to streamline our budget. You will notice that the actual budget expenditures have a slight increase over last year. We are expecting an increase in insurance, property liability insurance, which we do not have a quote yet, but we are projecting roughly a 17% increase. I think all of us are experiencing that in our own home insurance as well. Again, this is a draft budget, meaning that we continue to look at it. We continue to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and look for opportunities to be more efficient. I will just point out a couple of things as you compare staffing. For some reason last year, not all safety and security staff were moved into the safety and security budget. We still had a handful of our armed security specialists who were reporting under the school cost center. We do want to make sure that we can represent that team and that they are funded out of a particular budget. And so you will notice, and there are some notes there to indicate that we have made some switches within those budgets to make sure that we get people charged to the right location. And then last year's budget, we had some interesting things that our prior CFO had done, and how Jamie, who both serves the board and serves as my executive assistant, how she was charged, and so we've tried to correct that within this budget as well. So again, this is a draft budget. We will have a budget hearing at the next meeting, June 9th. So members of the community, after reviewing this budget, we will continue to update it and present our latest version prior to that meeting, but we are inviting the community next meeting to come during public comment, which will be our public comment or our public hearing segment, to address any thoughts, ideas, concerns, priorities that they'd like the board to hear before ultimately approving the budget prior to the end of June. So please note that the next meeting, June 9th, 6 o'clock here, during public comment will also be our public budget hearing for members of the community to give feedback on this budget. In the meantime, I'm certainly happy to answer questions, emails from individuals who may have questions about the budget and the expenditures. Again, at this point in time, we're still calculating final fund balance this year, as well as trying to refine all of these expenditures to a great degree to make sure that it's the budget that we intend to move forward with. So with that, if the board has any questions, I'll then move on to the other budget, or the other funds.
Okay. So I move the board accept the 26-27 proposed budget as presented. Can I get a second?
Second?
Any-
Before you
Uh-huh.
vote, we also have to do the other budget. It's part of that same package.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're both included. Sorry about that.
Okay, yeah, they're just listed as
So the
separate
other
items.
funds.
Can I just make?
Sure,
Mhm.
please.
Just, I know, because I know there's somebody out there who's gonna look at that and say Board of Education, salaries and benefits, we still are not getting paid.
No,
So,
no.
just
Board
so-
members are not. Your
just so
board
you
clerk,
understand.
the board clerk who serves the board,
Yeah.
half of her salary is charged to that budget.
Yeah.
And so that's a salary line that's in there. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr.
That-
Fletcher. for
It's
pointing
it's
that
a
out.
very contentious line item.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
The other funds, so the district maintains a general fund, which is our general operating budget. We also maintain 4 other funds, actually it'll be 5 other funds next year. Food service fund, we keep that separate, and we track expenditures as well as revenues from our food service program. That includes Legacy Academy that currently is utilizing our food service program. We track grants, and grants are really money in, money out, so the board has to approve that we are collecting grant money and we are expending that grant money as directed by those grants. We do not keep a fund balance in grants, but we do keep a fund balance in food service. People Activity Fund is our sports and athletics, and so again, you'll see the fees we collect from students, a transfer from the general fund, and gate fees that we collect during the year, as well as salary and benefits for our coaches, purchase services for our referees, as well as materials and supplies that we also collect or that we spend during the year. We also have a student activity fund, and that student activity fund is for clubs, for sports that have a separate a booster club that may be raising money through other fundraising efforts to improve their experience in their sport. We pay for the basics of our sporting activities, and students and teams can raise additional money for additional trips and additional competitions, things like that. So that's our student activity fund, Fund 26. Next year, we will refund our capital reserve fund. That fund did go away this year. We are restoring that fund for next year. Again, all money collected for fees in lieu and impact fees will go into this fund. And then we are currently looking at projects that we can look at engaging with next year. And then the last fund is a new fund that we're restoring, and that's our self-insurance fund. We are moving from CEBT Insurance to 550 Advisory, which is a broker that is working with us on a self-insurance initiative that also includes a very low-cost provider to our staff who wish to take advantage of that family medical care. And so we have to restore that fund because that will be premiums coming out of checks and the district contributing to staff going into that fund, and then that fund pays premiums, it pays expenses incurred by the insurance fund. And so that fund is being restored, and those are the best estimates that we were able to work on with our insurance broker as to what a typical district starting this program will experience in the coming year. And so all of those funds, by you approving them ultimately at the end of June, allow the district to both receive money and expend money in those different areas. Nothing else.
Okay.
Sorry.
I thought you were finished after the
I'm
first one.
finished.
I was
I
like,
know.
okay.
Sorry about that.
All right. So I move that the board accept the 26-27 proposed budget as presented. I think you already
Second.
seconded. Any further discussion on this one? Okay. Can I get a roll call?
Director Fletcher,
Aye.
Director Hunt,
Aye.
Director Olson.
Aye. Next up, 26-27 Legacy Charter School budget. Do you want to comment on
Sure.
that?
As one of our schools, since we're the LEA, Local Education Agency for Legacy, since we are their authorizer, their budget, after being approved by their board, does have to come to our board. And so this budget is coming to you for your formal approval. Their board has already approved it.
Okay. So I move that the board approve the 26-27 Legacy Charter School budget.
Second.
Any further discussion on this one? Okay. Can I get a roll call?
Director Fletcher,
Aye.
Director Hunt,
Aye.
Director Olson.
Aye. And last up, the review of policy DJA, purchasing authority. So, this is the one that I wanted to take a look at regarding P card limits. I know that we had brought this to the board, was it last year or the year before?
Last August.
And what was it originally, like 13, 15, something like that, and we bumped it up to 50?
Mhm.
So this is something for us to consider knocking that back down and maybe looking at putting some controls in place to basically, I come from a world where I'm in, you know, I'm in education and it's pretty tight reins on the P cards. So I'm wondering if we need to tighten up the policy. So,
I'm not as, I mean, I'm more interested in who has the cards than their limits on the, I mean, cause, I mean, if somebody was to go out and use the card and we haven't approved it, if they bust through the limits, like, we're gonna hold them accountable, right? So,
well, and, you know, again, throwing mine out there, most people that have a P card have a $2,500 per purchase. Very few people have like a 5, maybe a 10.
I mean,
So
I
I'm
would
thinking
assume that-
50 is a little excessive.
Yeah, I would assume like
Great.
the guy who buys all the network equipment for
That's what PRs are for.
Yeah, exactly. Those are all bought, you know, on
Yeah.
you know, purchase requests, but
Yeah.
I'm more interested in who has them than the limits that I would like to limit.
I'm
the
interested
amount
in
of cards
both.
that we have.
Who has them and what is the limit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's reasonable to set that much lower.
So maybe I could provide you with a list of individuals and their limits right now.
Yeah.
That way you can think it through and make revisions to the policy
Okay.
before next
Mhm.
meeting.
Yeah.
Does that?
We can bring it forward at the next meeting.
Yeah,
Next
or the
business
next
meeting.
business meeting.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. And since this was just a review, I don't think that we need a motion on this.
Yeah.
We re-review.
Approve the review?
I mean, we can call it a first reading if you wanna do it as
Okay.
the first
If
reading,
you're
or
gonna
we
make
can wait.
changes.
Okay. So I move that the board approve the review of the policy DJA purchasing authority. So
Second.
we just reviewed it, so.
Yeah.
We'll bring it.
Any further discussion on this one?
Yeah.
Okay, can I get a
Appreciate
roll
the
call?
second. Director Fletcher,
Aye.
Director Hunt,
Aye.
Director Olson.
Aye. So our next Board of Education meeting is scheduled for June 9th, 2026, here in the Boardroom District Office. And with that, I adjourn this meeting at 6:27 PM. Is that a record?
Not